Welcome to the North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Championship on PlayOnSports.com. Coming to you live from Lakeport, California, I'm Brian Vilvin on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Today's Division III Championship matchup features the 17-4 Sonoma Academy Coyotes taking on the 20-1 Middleton Mustangs. And folks, both teams are on the field. We are getting ready to get underway. And the kickoff goes to the Middletown Mustangs in the white uniforms with purple numbering and purple trim. The Sonoma Academy Coyotes in green uniforms with white numbering. Emily Reed on the left-hand side is going to have the first shot on goal. It's defended nicely by Amelia Angel. And we are underway in the Division III Girls Soccer Championship here in the North Coast section from Lakeport, California, at Clear Lake High School. We're going to have the first corner kick of the afternoon. And it's going to be for Middletown. Kelly Wilkinson will take the corner and put it near the front of the goal. We're going to have a shot on goal, deflected away. And we have a kick coming up here for Sonoma Academy. The goalie for the Coyotes of Sonoma Academy, Julia Wilmers. The goalie for the Middletown Mustangs, Jessie Flynn. We are in the first half of play, a 40-minute half. Sonoma Academy trying to lead a charge here. Middletown on the season 20-1. They defeated Sonoma Academy earlier this year 6-1. And the ball is going to be out in front of the goal. We got a shot on goal, nearly in and deflected. Sonoma Academy is going to try to get it out of the goal, and they are able to do so. That was Emily Reed on the attack for the Mustangs, and Sonoma Academy dodged a bullet there. Now the Coyotes trying to lead a counterattack on their own. They've got a breakaway here. That's Chloe Colbert looking to get on the board first for the Coyotes. She's got a shot on goal, and it's deflected away, but the rebound hits the post. Still out in front of the goal. And we've got a goal kick coming for Middletown, but Sonoma Academy nearly got a goal there on a breakaway. Nice job by Jessie Flynn deflecting that ball away. The Coyotes will have a free kick. That ball will be taken by Jessie Flynn, the goalkeeper for the Mustangs, and she will boot it away. 37 minutes to play here in the first half. Still no score. The Mustangs coached by Lee Hogue, and the Coyotes coached by Chris Zemer. On a beautiful day here, a clear and beautiful day from Clear Lake High School. Got the lake and the mountains in the background, just a beautiful setting for a soccer championship. And these two teams are really excited about getting after it. We've got a breakaway here. Hannah Diaz is going to have a shot on goal, and she hits it just over the top of the post. Again, another good look at a score from the Mustangs. The goalkeeper for Sonoma Academy, Julia Wilmers, will boot this one away. And the ball goes out of bounds. The Mustangs will have a throw-in on the near sideline. Middletown looking to complete a perfect season. They lost in the semifinals of the North Coast Section playoffs a year ago, looking to finish the job here and complete a perfect run toward a North Coast Section championship. A very impressive season so far for the Mustangs. The throw-in is going to be controlled by Alicia Solomon and booted away by Paulina Lawrence. Now the Mustangs will have another run at it, and they kick it just long. A natural grass field here at Clear Lake High School. And that ball is kicked out of bounds, deflected off the leg of Solomon, and the Coyotes will have it. 35 minutes left to play in the first half. Still no score in the Girls Division III Championship. Hannah Diaz, who's been in the middle of a lot of action so far for the Mustangs, crosses the ball. And we've got a free kick coming up for the Coyotes of Sonoma Academy. The Coyotes in the green uniforms going left to right. The Mustangs in the white uniforms going right to left. And this ball is going to be controlled by the Mustangs. They're going to have a little bit of trouble with it. And it stays inbounds. Nice job on the sideline there. Putting pressure on was Willow Gallagher. And now Gallagher's going to have a run up the right-hand side. Gallagher looking to get across. And she can't get that cross in. No call, no signal from the officials. They wanted a penalty there. The Coyotes did, but instead no penalty called. And they let them play on. A little bit of action in the back corner. The fans here for Middletown wanted a call there for a little bit of acting. Instead, it'll be Sonoma Academy's ball. They'll have an indirect kick here from the corner. Savannah Stoughton will kick it in for the Coyotes. Nice cross, but it gets out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming up for the Middletown Mustangs. 33 minutes to play here in half number one of the North Coast Section Division III playoffs. Championship game between Sonoma Academy and Middletown. Peyton DeVore clears that one for the Coyotes, and the Mustangs will have a throw-in on the far sideline. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kelly Wilkinson. It'll bring up a throw-in for the Coyotes on the far sideline. Both teams trying to get something going here, establish themselves. So important to get on the board first in a championship game. And if you're Sonoma Academy, you've got to keep the Mustangs off the board, especially early here. Both teams have had good looks at goals, but they've gone just high, or the goalies, have made nice saves. The throw-in is handled by the Mustangs and now cleared by Paulina Lawrence, doing a nice job in defense for the Coyotes. Midfield, that was Savannah Stoughton trying to lead a break. Trying to get a run down the left-hand side. Instead, it was deflected out of bounds, and the Mustangs will have it on the far sideline. The throw-in goes out of bounds. And the ensuing throw-in goes out of bounds. So the team's exchanging throw-ins out of bounds. And Middletown will have it. See if they try to throw this one a little bit further away from the sideline. And this one goes right into the center of the field. Amelia Angel in there to kick that one away. Does a nice job. They're trying to get a run. That's Stoughton fighting for position there against Maria Castaldo, and Stoughton crosses it just behind the net. Nice defense there by Maria Castaldo for the Middletown Mustangs. The Mustangs will have a goal kick. Ashley Hart doing the goal kicking duties for the Mustangs. Now they'll try to get it back to Hart. Get another boot at it. "30 minutes even left to play in the first half. Fancy dribbling there by Hannah Diaz. Diaz weaving her way through traffic and passes it forward to Kaylee Alves, who was called for offsides. But great dribbling there by the talented Hannah Diaz. Ball headed forward off the head of Chloe Colbert. And the Coyotes have a run. That's Colbert again. She got it back. And a nice job coming forward by Jessie Flynn to get that ball and make another nice save on another Coyotes run. That ball is forwarded. Kaylee Alves gets it across to Alicia Solomon. And now Hannah Diaz with a nice move forward to Emily Reed. And Reed deflects that ball. She's going to try to lead the attack here for the Mustangs. Crosses it again. And the ball's just kind of floating out there outside of the box. Alicia Solomon trying to get it to the corner. She's being defended by Peyton DeVore. And here comes Hannah Diaz. Diaz with some fancy dribbling again. And it's passed forward by Emily Reed, scooped up by Julia Wilmers, and the Coyotes stop. Nice sequence there by the Mustangs. Trying to get the ball in position, but then Julia Wilmers did a nice job coming forward to get the save. Nice job by Alicia Solomon, using her body to keep the defender at bay. And that's going to be Kelly Wilkinson trying to lead a charge up the right-hand side. Being defended by Sarah Draxton. And she'll get the penalty called against her. Nice job by Draxton to keep the ball away from Wilkinson. Nice passing. Again, Sonoma Academy has done a really nice job getting breaks started with some good passing. The Mustangs have been getting good looks by dribbling through defenders. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. This time it's a steal by Kaylee Alves, and she hits her cross into the side of the net. Still no score. 27 minutes to play here in the first half. Division III North Coast Girls Soccer Final. Middletown trying to grab this one here. Madeline Kuzer gets it forward to Ashley Hart, who drives it out of bounds. Nice pressure being put on the play. That was Lucy Donaldson for Sonoma Academy. The Coyotes, the number 2 seed coming into this event. The Mustangs, the number 1 seed. Sonoma Academy had a 17-4 record on the regular season, while the Mustangs of Middletown were undefeated, 20-0-1, 20 victories and just a tie in their 21 games, 17 victories and 4 losses in the 21 games for Sonoma Academy. To get here, Middletown beat St. Helena in the second round. They had a bye in the first round. Both of these teams had byes in the first round. Middletown beat St. Helena 5-0 in the quarterfinals. Then in the semifinals, they won 3-1 against Cloverdale. That was a game that was 1-0 heading into the final 10 minutes. But a crazy 10 minutes, 3 goals were scored, and Middletown had 2 of those 3, ended up winning 3-1. For Sonoma Academy, they had a bye in the first round. They beat Roseland University Prep 5-0 in the quarterfinals, and then a 5-1 victory over St. Vincent in the semifinals. So pretty impressive victories in the quarter and semifinals by both of these squads. The throw-in is going to be handled by Hannah Diaz. Diaz trying to get a cross in, and she does. The ball is free in front of the net. Julia Wilmers tried to come out and make a play, and instead it's going to go for a goal kick. Paulina Lawrence doing the goal kicking duties for the Coyotes. The ball's not going to travel far and fast here on this natural grass surface. Kelly Wilkinson with the ball on the far side. Defended nicely by Tara McCullough. And it'll be Ashley Hart throwing it in for the Mustangs. 23 minutes, 50 seconds to play here in the first half. A 40-minute half. We'll play a couple of 40-minute halves. See who's leading at the end of that. 80 minutes of soccer to determine the North Coast Section Division III champion, as Hannah Diaz continues to be all over the place for the Mustangs. Gets this one across, headed nicely there by Kaylee Alves. And the ball's stolen away. Alicia Solomon took it away from Peyton DeVore. And now Solomon in the corner, trying to get across. Gets it to Emily Reed. And we've got a collision. Reed taking it toward the net. And a shot on goal by Alicia Solomon is going to be scooped up by Julia Wilmers. The fans wanted a penalty kick there, as they thought there was a foul inside the box. The officials said play on. You're following PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Championship. PlayOn Sports is your destination for high school sports and North Coast Section playoff and championship events. That ball is thrown in by Peyton DeVore. And cleared away by the Mustangs. Right around midfield. Both teams fighting for possession of the ball. And it will be the Coyotes who look to come away with it, Peyton DeVore, but instead it falls off the side of her foot out of bounds. And right back to the Coyotes as it goes out of bounds off of Emily Reed. Both teams have had a couple of really good looks at the goal, a couple of breakaways, but neither team able to get on the board yet. 21 and a half minutes to play in the first half, just about halfway done with this first half action in the Division III Girls Championship. We are in Lakeport, California at Clear Lake High School on a beautiful sunny day, mid-50s. Perfect soccer weather. As Hannah Diaz blasts this one across the middle. That'll be Ashley Hart trying to get something set up here for the Mustangs. This is the same type of situation where the Coyotes have gotten a couple of breakaways when the Mustangs are in trying to pass the ball backwards and set up their offense, and the Coyotes get a timely steal and send the forwards moving. A lot of speed out here on both sides of the ball. The Mustangs and Coyotes both extremely fast teams. One of the fastest girls on the field right now, Hannah Diaz. And she's got that fancy footwork going. That ball is crossed. Still loose in front of the Sonoma Academy net. Hannah Diaz is right in there. Tara McCullough trying to kick it out of bounds. She does clear it. Nicely done by McCullough. That was another near scoring opportunity for the Mustangs. The throw-in will once again be cleared out. And now we've got a cross. That was Ashley Hart, and Hart a little bit upset with herself there. She had a good opportunity and did not get a good foot on the ball. She'd want to have that one back, but I'm sure she'll get more opportunities as the game wears on. 19 and a half minutes to play, just over halfway through the first half, and the Division III Girls Soccer Championship in the North Coast section. Emily Reed trying to get something going herself. The ball's still loose in the corner. And it's just going to be cleared out of bounds by Peyton DeVore. The officials say that ball's still in. No, they say it's out of bounds. Cross by Paloma Colacion, and it's grabbed nicely by Julia Wilmers. Karina Vargas steals it away from Willow Gallagher, and now the Mustangs have another run. That's Emily Reed again. Reed will try with the left foot, and it's defended nicely by Paulina Lawrence. Out of bounds to the Mustangs. Excuse me, to the Coyotes. Great defense there by Paulina Lawrence. And it's booted away by Amelia Angel. Leading the break, there's going to be an opportunity here. Chloe Colbert again ahead of the defense. Colbert looking for the first goal of the game, and it's booted away. Just wide of the net. There on defense again, Maria Castaldo. Chloe Colbert with about her third run up the right-hand side. You got to imagine one of these is going to go in for the Coyotes. Keep getting good looks like that. Hannah Diaz with a huge boot into that one. Kicks it all the way down to the goalkeeper, Julia Wilmers, for the Coyotes. A free ball in the middle of the field. Both teams fighting for control of the ball. And it's going to be the Mustangs who come away with it. Nice header by Tori Gimple. And again, Hannah Diaz will try to get the offense going for the Mustangs. She crosses it to Paloma Colacion, who boots it forward to the left-hand side. Emily Reed going to try to be the first one down to it in the corner. Keeps it from going out of bounds. But it's defended nicely there in the corner once again. I believe that was Amelia Angel, and it was. That ball cleared by Paulina Lawrence. 16:03 to go in the first half. Neither team on the board yet, but the Mustangs trying to change that. Julia Wilmers with a nice save. Hannah Diaz with the steal, leading a break. Well, that's Reed, back to Diaz, and trying to get it back to Emily Reed. Beautiful feed from Diaz to Emily Reed with the left foot, just misses the goal. What a look at it. Great passing between the two, and that was nearly a score for the Mustangs. The Mustangs will have a throw-in. And now the Coyotes trying to clear it. Still nobody's ball. Chloe Colbert going to try to get a run here for the Coyotes. .14.5 minutes to play in the first. First of two halves here to determine the North Coast Section Division III champion. Again, the second meeting between these two teams. Middletown took the first one 6-1, but that was a regular season game. This is the North Coast Section Championship. An undefeated Mustang team looking for just one more victory and they'll be NCS champions. But the Coyotes of Sonoma Academy have something to say about that. These girls playing some physical soccer there as Willow Gallagher and Ashlyn Welton bump into each other there. The officials say play on. That one out of bounds. They say it went off of Savannah Stoughton. Reed crosses it, but it's right into the foot of a Coyote. And now on the breakaway, that's Savannah Stoughton trying to put a good left foot on it, and she does, nearly a goal, but just wide. Nice position by Jessie Flynn. That one got by her, but she knew exactly where she was on the field. And it went into the side of the net. Nice run by Stoughton. Emily Reed pushing the ball forward. Rosie Emerson. Emerson over the right-hand side. She's going to try to get the ball back again. That one goes out of bounds. Great effort there by Emerson. Madeline Kuser. Maddie, as the fans are cheering here from the sideline, knocking that one away and making sure that Chloe Colbert couldn't have a breakaway. The officials say that ball belongs to the Coyotes. It'll be thrown in by Amelia Angel. Hannah Diaz trying to get it forward to Reed. Instead, that's Rosie Emerson. She's got a look at it. But right there, Johnny on the spot is Julia Wilmers. Nicely done by the goalkeeper for Sonoma Academy. She's having an excellent game. That ball out of bounds. Last touch by Kuser. Excuse me, that was Wilkinson, Kelly Wilkinson. 11.5 minutes to play in the first half. It's been a quiet half in terms of scoring as neither team has gotten on the board, but it has been an explosive first half in terms of looks at it and shots on goal and excitement. These fans thoroughly entertained as both sides have had good looks and opportunities on goal. Ashley Hart pushing it up the field. And now a jump ball controlled by the Mustangs. They'll try to push it forward. And the Coyotes will kick it out of bounds. On a sun-drenched Saturday afternoon in Lakeport, California at Clear Lake High School, you couldn't ask for a better day for an NCS final. Hannah Diaz making a run up the right-hand side, but her pass goes astray. It's controlled by the Coyotes, and now they're trying to make a run of their own. Getting past the defenders, Willow Gallagher. Gallagher's going to have a shot on goal, and it's nicely defended. Jessie Flynn stuck her right foot out there and made an incredible save. Kick save for Flynn. The cross for the Coyotes is still loose in front of the net, but the Mustangs will kick it away. .9:30 to play in the first half. Jessie Flynn with a couple of unbelievable circus saves for the Mustangs. Diaz trying to push their ball all the way up the field and crosses it nicely, but it's booted away by the Coyotes. If that one had gotten through the defenders, Emily Reed would have been looking at a wide open one-on-one with the goalie. Willow Gallagher again trying to force the issue. The last couple of times the Coyotes have had the ball, it's been Willow Gallagher pushing it up the field. Still no score, 8.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Rosie Emerson trying to be the first one to that ball. She is trying to get across, makes a shot on goal and misses it wide. Julia Wilmers will boot it away for the Coyotes. A relatively clean first half here. No cards and not too many fouls. Nothing inside the box. And a lot of great opportunities on goal, but great play by both of these goalies, Julia Wilmers of Sonoma Academy and Jessie Flynn of the Mustangs of Middletown. Kaylee Alves, that is Ashley Welton over the left-hand side. She's going to cross it. And a nice effort there, Rosie Emerson off the cross from Alves, from Welton. But just over her head and out of reach. The ball will go back to the Coyotes on a goal kick. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. And a very exciting first half. That ball is finally controlled by the Mustangs. And now it's Kaylee Alves. Alves pushing up the left-hand side. Trying to make a shot on goal, but it's scooped up by Wilmers. Ooh, that ball goes off of Hannah Diaz's head. Paige Spradlin got a big boot on it, but Diaz unshaken on the play. She is tough. Took that one right off the side of the head and didn't flinch, didn't miss a beat. Kelly Wilkinson trying to push it up the right-hand side. 5:40 to play in the first half. We'll have a free kick on the far sideline. And we'll have our first card of the game as Lucy Donaldson picks up a yellow card. And now we will have a free kick here by Hannah Diaz and the Mustangs. Diaz gets a huge boot into it, kicks it all the way down to the goal, and Julia Wilmers is right there. Boy, Diaz has a powerful right foot. Diaz trying to control it near midfield. And instead, it's going to go off of a Mustang defender out of bounds to the Coyotes. The Coyotes trying to push it up the field, trying to get the ball to Willow Gallagher over the right-hand side. That's Peyton DeVore. DeVore will throw it in on the right sideline for the Coyotes. Gets it to Gallagher. Now Gallagher trying to control it herself. And it's going to be taken by Wilkinson. Welton looking to get something started here. Crosses the ball. And it's cleared away by the Coyotes out toward midfield. It's going to be crossed out of bounds, cleared, out of bounds by Ashley Hart. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. No scores, no injuries here in the first half. Just one card. That was a yellow card issued to Lucy Donaldson. Three minutes to play in the first half. The Middletown Mustangs looking to push the issue here. A nice job by DeVore. And now it's going to be Willow Gallagher controlling it over the right-hand side. Trying to get across. But the ball is scooped up by Jessie Flynn. Flynn has been all over the place in the goal for the Middletown Mustangs. Again, just a gorgeous, gorgeous afternoon here in Lakeport, California. And the North Coast Section Girls Division III Soccer Championship. A couple of players getting wrapped up around midfield. Now Chloe Colbert pushing it back, trying to move backwards to move forwards. Watch out. Hannah Diaz has the ball now for the Mustangs. She can do a ton. Diaz pushing it forward, tries to get it to Emily Reed. Reed's going to have a shot at it. And it's nicely knocked away by Paulina Lawrence. Beautiful job there by the Coyotes. Now they're pushing it forward. And a great play. What a job by Madeline Kuser. Great, great defense by the Mustangs. That's why these teams are in this championship. Both sides of the ball getting it done on offense and defense. And we are inside the 2-minute mark, so the official will give us the call whenever he deems that this half is over. The Coyotes trying to push the ball up the field. That's Chloe Colbert. The fans here wanted to see a handball called. Nothing doing. Willow Gallagher now over the right-hand side. And I think we're going to have a handball touch against the Mustangs. We are inside 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Still no score. That'll be Savannah Stoughton taking the free kick for the Coyotes, crossing it. And we've got a foul called against Willow Gallagher and the Coyotes. Cleared out of bounds. Nicely done by Amelia Angel. It'll be a throw-in by Ashlyn Welton. Got to be getting near the end of this first half. See if they let either of these teams have a run before they blow the half dead, and they will not. The first half comes to a close. Still no score in what's been an extremely, extremely exciting first half of play. Folks, that's the end of the first half of play. With no score, it's tied 0-0 between the number 1 seeded Middletown Mustangs and the number 2 seeded Sonoma Academy Coyotes. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's the North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Championship on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. The teams have switched sides, and we're getting ready to begin this second half of play. The second half will begin with the Middletown Mustangs possessing the ball. Again, this is PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Championship, live from Lakeport, California, and Clear Lake High School. That ball cleared away by the Coyotes. Sonoma Academy Coyotes in the green uniforms with white numbering. They're going right to left now here in the second half. The Middletown Mustangs in the white jerseys, purple pants, and purple numbering, going left to right. The goalie, Julia Wilmers, for Sonoma Academy, and Jessie Flynn for Middletown. The ball still dangerously out in front of the Coyotes' goal, but they're able to clear it nicely. Cross there, but picked up by Wilmers, and she'll clear it out. 1 minute away. 1 minute has gone by here, in the second half of play as we get our first shot on goal. That was Hannah Diaz. Just trying to make sure Julia Wilmers was paying attention there in front of the goal. Now the ball's dangerous out in front of the Mustangs' goal. And trying to clear it away is Maria Castaldo, but it goes out of bounds, and the Coyotes will have it on the far sideline. Again, the Middletown Mustangs, the number 1 seed in this championship tournament, 20-0-1 on the season, an undefeated mark, and a very impressive season. But the Sonoma Academy Coyotes playing admirably here in this championship game, trying to avenge a loss earlier in the season at the hands of the Mustangs. One of only 4 losses on the year for the Coyotes, who were 17-4 on the year. Champions of their league, as were the Mustangs of Middletown. The Mustangs trying to move the ball up the field. Got a loose ball there around midfield. Chloe Colbert with a nice push. And now it's Savannah Stoughton trying to get things going. She'll cross it. And it's going to be near the goal and almost went in. Wow, the Mustangs dodge a bullet. That one went over Jessie Flynn and nearly got kicked back into the goal by one of the Mustang players, but instead it found its way just outside the right crossbar. And the Mustangs will live to see a corner kick. Sonoma Academy will kick this one in. A beautiful corner, but it's going to be cleared away. That time by Alicia Solomon. And a free ball in front of the net, and we got a shot, and it's going to be cleared away again, but another shot on goal by the Coyotes. Nice defense there by Diaz. The first one, Castaldo, and then Diaz. This time, kicked out of bounds again by Castaldo. Rosie Emerson also getting in on the action. But the Coyotes striking early and often here in the second half with shots on goal. They've been the early aggressors here in half number 2. Mustangs just trying to keep that ball out of the goal. No score. 36 minutes to play here in the second half. Ball will be crossed and go wide of the net by Willow Gallagher. A little bit too much oomph on that one. Ashley Hart with the goal kick. Nice header there by Lucy Donaldson. But the ball is going to be cleared away by the Mustangs. The Coyotes seem to have changed their approach here during the half. Coach Zemer must have seen something that he thought that his team could expose out of the Mustangs, but instead Emily Reed going to be leading a break here. Nicely done on the defensive end by Amelia Angel, stopping that Mustang attack before it could even get started. Hannah Diaz trying to get the push going. Nice defense there by Tara McCullough. And now Tori Gimple. But the ball stolen away by the Mustangs. Trying to lead a charge up the right-hand side. And the ball is going to be stolen away by Hannah Diaz. Diaz up the middle. Gets by a defender. She might try to shoot from this far out. Nice defense again. Tori Gimple stepping in to make a play. And stop the break by the Mustangs. Leading the charge the other way, Chloe Colbert gets the pass away to Donaldson. Excuse me, that's Willow Gallagher. And Gallagher with a shot on goal, just missed. Wow, great run there by the Coyotes. Gallagher just missing on that shot on goal. Great pass by Colbert. .33.5 minutes to play in the second half. If nobody scores, or if both teams score an even amount of goals here in the second half, we'll go on to overtime. That overtime will be scheduled for 2 5-minute overtime periods. And at some point here, we'll determine a champion. If the champion can't be determined in that 2 5-minute overtime periods, we'll go to a shootout. That ball cleared away nicely by Jessie Flynn, the goalkeeper for the Mustangs. And Colbert with a nice pass forward to Donaldson. Tori Gimple stepping in, and the ball is going to be grabbed by Jessie Flynn. Nicely done by the keeper for the Mustangs. Both of these goalies having tremendous championship performances. Jessie Flynn and Julia Wilmers on the other side for Sonoma Academy. Hannah Diaz leading a break up the field. Gets it ahead to Alves. Alves tries to push up the right-hand side. She'll change direction, go toward the left, get the ball back to Diaz. That's a smart decision. And Diaz leaves it for Ashley Hart to boot one across. Ball in front of the net, scooped up by Julia Wilmers. Each of these goalies has only allowed 1 goal in 2 games here in the playoffs, as we got a breakaway and an opportunity here for Savannah Stoughton. She's going to slow it down and pass it forward to Willow Gallagher. Nice defense there. Castaldo leading the defensive charge for the Mustangs. And again, the Coyotes had great looks at it, but cannot get the ball in the goal. The ball being pushed forward by the Coyotes. They're trying to get it crossed, and they do, but it's cleared away by Ashley Hart. This is going to be a corner opportunity for Sonoma Academy. So I've got an update on overtime, should we get to that point. It'll be 2 10-minute periods of overtime, golden goal rule in effect. So if either team scores a goal, it's over. And if we don't end it that way, as we get a shot on goal by Donaldson, nice header attempt, then we'll have a shootout to determine the champion. Diaz will clear the ball away for the Mustangs. The Coyotes pressing the issue here. They've had a number of good looks at goal, not only in the first half, but especially here in the second half. None has gone in. Just under 30 minutes to play in the second half. We're 50 minutes into this Division III championship, and nobody's been on the board. It hasn't been because the play has been poor on the field. In fact, quite the contrary. The play has been exceptional, but so has the work of the goaltenders on both sides. Jesse Flynn for the Middletown Mustangs and Julia Wilmers for the Sonoma Academy Coyotes. And not just the goalies, but both defenses as well. We've got a substitution here as Karina Vargas comes off the field, replaced by Morgan Beckwith for the Mustangs. Ball cleared out of bounds. The Mustangs will have it once again on the near sideline. Throw in. And the ball hanging out front of the goal. Alicia Solomon going to go try to get it in the corner and keep it from going out of bounds, which she does successfully. Now there's a fight for it in the corner. Solomon wins it, but it's cleared out of bounds. Nice job in there, Amelia Angel, who's done a very, very nice job on defense for the Coyotes. 28.5 minutes to play in the second half. Again, if neither team can score, or if we're tied after the conclusion of regulation, we'll go into two 10-minute overtime periods. Sudden death, the golden goal. Exciting stuff. Hannah Diaz dribbling through defenders, looking to get across, which she does. The ball's still open in front of the goal, and it's cleared away by the Coyotes. Nice job, Paige Spradlin, getting in there. And now the other way, Savannah Stoughton's trying to lead a break. Donaldson's got a chance. She's got to run by a defender, but the goalkeeper, Flynn, gets in there and makes a play. Ashley Hart with a good change of direction there. Pushing it forward, trying to get it to Alves. And Kaylee Alves now trying to get to the outside. She's being pressured by Tara McCullough. And it goes out of bounds off of McCullough. Hart will throw the ball in for the Mustangs. And we got a shot on goal just over the crossbar. Great attempt by Rosie Emerson. But nothing doing. Kelly Wilkinson crosses it. They're trying to get a look at the goal. And now Ashley Hart puts one back across the middle as well. A shot on goal, and it's in the back of the net. Hannah Diaz on a deflected ball, and we've got our first goal of the game. Diaz with just a beautiful, beautiful shot on the goal. And it goes right in the back of the net, just over the outstretched arm of Wilmers. So the Middletown Mustangs, the first ones on the board, and it was a beauty. We knew it was going to take a beauty to get one by one of these goalkeepers, and that was exactly what just happened. Diaz was in traffic that time. Didn't have a very clear path, but was somehow able to make something happen. The ball is crossed. Mustangs just trying to get it out of there. And there might be a little bit of a stunned feeling for the Coyotes here, as they have played so well here in the second half, but have no goals to show for it. Willow Gallagher's had a number of good looks. .24 minutes to play in the second half. Ball crossed by the Coyotes. It goes out of bounds. Savannah Stoughton missing wide of her intended target. The powerful footed righty, Hannah Diaz, with the goal kick for the Mustangs, but she kicks it out of bounds. The Coyotes now going to have to start pressing. Donaldson tries to get the ball across. Ashley Hart now trying to clear it. She'll have another go at a clear. The ball's going to go out of bounds. The last touch by the Mustangs. Nice call by the official there on the sideline. Stoughton's going to have the ball in the middle of the field, pushes it forward to the right-hand side. Crossed back and knocked out of bounds by Diaz. That was Willow Gallagher with a nice cross over the middle. And you just got to think the Coyotes, with as many good looks as they've gotten here in the second half, and even in the first half, that one of them's got to go in. I don't know if that one goal is going to hold up. Both of these teams have had such great showings. I got to imagine another ball is going to find the back of the net. The Coyotes hope it's them. The Mustangs would love to get another one on the board for a little bit of insurance. Hannah Diaz will kick the ball forward for the Mustangs. Ball's floating around there. Neither team able to control it. And now it's going to be Willow Gallagher. The Coyotes will throw it in on the far sideline. Ball across the middle. Crossed there by Paige Spradlin. And now it's going to be controlled by Tori Gimple. Gimple trying to get something going. Loses her footing there, but it's controlled by Donaldson. Crossed over the middle. Still free. Savannah Stoughton trying to get something going. She'll drop it off to, looked like Brianna Mahone. No, excuse me, that was Paige Spradlin again. And now Spradlin will have the ball once again. Gets it to Stoughton. They try to get it over to Gallagher. Instead, the ball is going to be free out in front of the goal. And Hannah Diaz will try to clear it. Again, Spradlin comes up with it. The Coyotes keeping that pressure on. It's been constant pressure here throughout the second half. Seems like Spradlin's been all over the place, and so has number 2, Willow Gallagher. She's going to have the ball here on the right-hand side, and instead it goes out of bounds. Gallagher couldn't get to that one. Nice effort from Willow Gallagher, but it goes out of bounds. The Middletown Mustangs 20 minutes away if they can hold on to this 1-0 lead to a North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Championship. As we have another substitution, Ashlyn Welton comes into the game, replacing Paloma Colacion. And right away, Welton getting in on the action. Sends the ball up the field. On the far side, Taylor Montelli. Montelli getting into the mix. Morgan Beckwith trying to get something going for the Mustangs. Still not being controlled, right around midfield. The Mustangs going to try to get something going here. Rosie Emerson will lead the charge. Instead, she drops it back to Ashlyn Hart. Ashley Hart pushes it forward to Ashlyn Welton. And now in front of the net, that's Kaylee Alves trying to get something going. Welton with a strong boot across. And we've got a little bit of a collision there. Right around the goal, no call. Play on, the officials say. 18.5 minutes to play in the second half. The Coyotes will throw it in. Up the right-hand side, Willow Gallagher took a real shot there. She was trying to lead a run up the right and ran into a Mustang defender. We talk about tough players out there on the field. You've got them on both sides. 17.5 minutes to go. And we got another collision, but the officials, this time they'll call a foul. Folks, do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Ashley Hart crosses it, but it's cleared away nicely by the Coyotes. That's going to be Kelly Wilkinson. Now this time she'll try to get it forward, but Julia Wilmers will swallow that one up. That is Chloe Colbert pushing it, advancing it to Savannah Stoughton, who gets a beautiful pass up to Willow Gallagher on the right-hand side. Gallagher's going to try to get to that ball, but the first one there, Hannah Diaz, again acting as Johnny on the spot. Diaz right now with the lone goal. If that goal can stand up, it would be one of the more impressive championship-winning goals that we've seen. She was in the mix of about 6 defenders, and she was about 30 yards out. Just creeped it right over the head of the goalkeeper, Wilmers. Nothing Julia Wilmers could have done about that one. That ball made it inside the top of the crossbar by about a half an inch. No room to spare, just a perfect shot. The Mustangs will have it on the far side. The Coyotes have really played well here in the second half. It's been a well-played game on both sides. Both teams with a lot of opportunities, but the Coyotes have had a ton of opportunities here in the second half, looking to capitalize and tie this one up. That is Peyton DeVore getting the ball across the middle. The Coyotes with another good look at it, but it's going to be cleared away by the Mustangs. Savannah Stoughton trying to get in there. Keep that ball alive for the Coyotes. We've got a collision. Chloe Colbert and Maria Castaldo, a couple of number 5s, colliding and rolling on the ground there. But again, the officials say play on. We've got a corner kick upcoming for the Sonoma Academy Coyotes. Nice cross. Ball still free in front of the net. The Coyotes trying to keep it down in this direction. But instead, the Mustangs trying to push a fast break the other direction. Kaylee Alves pushing it all the way up the sideline. She's still got the ball. Somehow she kept it in bounds. Now she's trying to spin here with the ball. Still has it. And it's still free in front of the net. The Mustangs have a great look at it here. They cross it. And again, this will be Alves with a shot on goal, and it's in! Kaylee Alves with a goal! So deserving was Kaylee Alves of that goal as she kept the ball in play all the way up the sideline. And the Mustangs take a commanding 2-0 lead. Kaylee Alves never gave up on that one. She took the ball all the way up the right sideline, kept it in play somehow, then managed to keep it in play right along the back line, and then she's rewarded with a goal. Gotta love that. And Julia Wilmers cannot believe it. She has had a tremendous game. 12 and a half minutes to play here in the second half. And sorry for the delay on updating that scoreboard there. 2-0 is the score. Middletown leading Sonoma Academy. The Mustangs taking advantage of the opportunities they've had here in the second half. They've had a number of good looks at the goal, and 2 that have found the back of the net. Kaylee Alves just powered that one right into the back of that net. .11:45 and ticking away here in the second half. The Middletown Mustangs can smell victory. Emily Reed will try to get involved now. She loses the handle on it, but she's going to have a chance at it again. Ashlyn Welton kicks it off of the leg of Tara McCullough, the defender. A beautiful, beautiful day here in Lakeport, California at Clear Lake High School. Right on the lake, mid-50s, sun is shining. It's actually hot here. Feels about 75 with the sun shining down. Emily Reed will lose that one off the defender. Paulina Lawrence coming in, making a nice play. The undefeated Middletown Mustangs trying to keep that streak alive and end it with an NCS championship. Julia Wilmers, the goalkeeper, pushes that one forward. The Coyotes need to get something going quickly here. Paige Spradlin trying to get things going. And now the Mustangs trying to move in transition. We got a header situation going on here. Kaylee Alves was pretty excited after that goal. She tried to come in and make a play with her head. And instead, she hit the defender, and the officials give the ball right back to the Coyotes. A very well-played game on both sides. You got clearly the two best teams in the North Coast Section Division III squaring off. And they're putting on a great one for us. About all you can ask for in a championship matchup. It's both teams to play up to their ability. Jessie Flynn and Julia Wilmers having outstanding games in the goal for both sides. Jessie Flynn still only allowed 1 goal in 3 playoff games here in the NCS playoffs. Her kick save in the first half, one of the absolute highlights. Emily Reed being defended nicely by Tara McCullough. Great job keeping that ball in play by Ashlyn Welton. That's the second time we've seen Welton change direction. Welton looks like she might have got hit in the knee there, but just doing a great job moving, keeping the ball away from the Coyote defenders. That throw in by Hart goes out of bounds, nearly hits the official. Nice physical play out there, and the officials letting them play on. I love it. Looks like we got an opportunity here. Willow Gallagher trying to be the first one to that ball. She is, but it goes out of bounds. Stays with the Coyotes, and now she'll do the throw-in duties. Trying to keep that fast tempo offense going and get a score here. Try to make this a more manageable last 7.5 minutes of the game. That ball out of bounds, last touch by the Coyotes. And a penalty called right out front of the box as Paige Spradlin was wrapped up. Sarah Draxton, it looks like, no, instead that'll be Savannah Stoughton who will take the kick. And the Coyotes have got to get this one in the back of the net. Stoughton with a great look and just over the top. The Mustangs will have the ball out of bounds. Just over 6 minutes to play in the second half here. The Coyotes trying to push it up the field, knocked out of bounds by Diaz. Folks, want to let you know that PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports and the North Coast Section Championships, PlayOnSports.com. .5:19 to play. The Coyotes need to get something going quickly. They've got to get 2 goals to even this one up. Rosie Emerson has other ideas. Nice cross there. That's going to be Savannah Stoughton going to be the first one to the ball. She'll try to get another cross here, and a good look for the Coyotes. She does, gets it across. The ball's still free in front of the net, and it's knocked away. Nice job again, Hannah Diaz coming in to kick it away. Good opportunity there by the Coyotes. 4.5 minutes to play. It's getting down to crunch time. Stoughton will cross this one. She gets a beautiful loft on the ball, and nobody can make a play on it. Just a little bit too tight to the line, and it'll go back to the Mustangs. The Middletown Mustangs are 4 minutes away from realizing a Division III North Coast Section Girls Soccer Championship and an undefeated season. Just a tremendous year. Unblemished record. Pretty impressive. 1 tie and 20 victories. A victory here in the championship would make it 21. Ashlyn Welton on the right-hand side. Again, she does such a great job stopping on a point there. But the ball's cleared away nicely by Tara McCullough. 3.5 minutes to play on a sun-drenched Saturday afternoon from Clear Lake High School in Lakeport, California. The North Coast Section Girls Division III Soccer Championship. Now we're at 3 minutes. So the Coyotes need to start pressing here. Got to start taking some chances. Emily Reed with the cross here. Reed trying to get herself into the scoring book, but misses that one wide. It's going to be a goal kick for the Coyotes. 2.5 minutes to play. Julia Wilmers will kick it away for the Coyotes. That'll be Willow Gallagher trying to push the front. Handled in the middle of the field by Paulina Lawrence. And now back to the Mustangs. Free ball around midfield. Ashley Hart knocks it out of bounds. And Savannah Stoughton knows they need to score in a hurry. She's trying to push it up the field. We are now inside of 2 minutes to play. Middletown just has to hang on for 2 more minutes. Folks, PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events from around the country. PlayOnSports.com, high school sports lives here. And we've got a little bit of an injury tie-up here on the field, as it looked like one of the Mustang players took a shot. We hate to see that here in a time of celebration for the Mustangs. 2 minutes away. We're actually inside of 2 minutes, so at any moment now the official could blow the whistle signaling a victory. Didn't see the number out there on this injured player, but hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hate to have an injury during a moment like this. That was Rosie Emerson, and she's going to be helped off the field to a huge round of applause from both sides. Great sportsmanship on either side here. Hannah Diaz will kick the ball into play. And back into the game for the Mustangs, Kaylee Alves. Again, we are in injury time here in the second half. Middletown looking to stay perfect on the season and win a championship. They're just waiting for a few blows of that whistle from the official. Goals by Hannah Diaz and Kaylee Alves have been the difference to this point. We've got an offsides called here against the Mustangs. Again, just waiting on a signal from the official to call this one official. Coyotes pushing it up the field, still playing right to that last whistle. Savannah Stoughton leading the break. And now Tori Gimple. Chloe Colbert looked to have a shot at it, but it's cleared away by the Mustangs defense. Again, that's Gimple. The ball goes out of bounds to the Coyotes. And we're going to have a penalty. The Coyotes will have a free kick here. That'll be Savannah Stoughton from about 30 yards out. Got to imagine Stoughton's trying to go for the goal here. No cross, just go for it. Put that in the back of the net. And she nearly does. Unbelievable save by Jessie Flynn. It's going to be a corner kick coming up, but wow, what a save. The ball is crossed. Still free in front of the net. Still free. Shot on goal. And it's going to be knocked wide. It's going to be another corner kick for the Coyotes. So Sonoma Academy with tons of opportunities here. Getting some great looks at the goal. We are in injury time. Middletown with a 2-0 lead. Trying to stay perfect on the season and win a championship. Stoughton crosses it. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Got to imagine we're close to that time. As soon as this ball's put in play by Hannah Diaz, the Mustangs will be waiting for the official to give the final whistle blows. Diaz kicks it in. And the game has gone final. The Middletown Mustangs are your Division III North Coast Section Girls Soccer Champions. Congratulations to Coach Lee Hogue and the Middletown Mustangs. A perfect season, undefeated on the year. They end up 21-0-1, and more importantly, they are your North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Champions. What a performance and what a final game. The Middletown Mustangs with goals from Hannah Diaz and Kaylee Alves. And that was enough. The Mustangs, your champions of Division III in what was a hotly contested battle. Back and forth. Sonoma Academy played very, very well. Julia Wilmers with a spectacular game in goal. And Coach Chris Zemer's got to be proud of the way his team performed. But Coach Lee Hogue and the Middletown Mustangs, undefeated on the year and North Coast champions. What a season, capped off by a final victory. Folks, that's going to wrap it up from Clear Lake High School, where the Middletown Mustangs have defeated the Sonoma Academy Coyotes 2-0. We'd like to thank you for joining PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the North Coast Section Division III Girls Soccer Championship from Lakeport, California. Be sure to check PlayOnSports.com for information and links to all of our upcoming playoff and championship broadcasts from around the country. For our videographer, Megan Coffey, I'm Brian Vilvin saying so long, and we hope you'll join us next time on your destination for high school sports and the North Coast Section playoffs, PlayOnSports.com.